Hey guys, welcome to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge Day 6. Giorgio, before we get started, we're going to introduce our guest, but we added a little fuel to the fire here because we have a Miami Heat fan and a Laker fan going at it head to head. So what's going on, Georgie? And then we'll introduce it and get the fireworks started.
I can't wait. Kind of sometimes like in a boxing match or the UFC match, they fake, they fake that they hate each other. No, this is a true rivalry, man. This is the Heat against the Lakers. Claudia says, you guys stole LeBron. You stole LeBron from us. And so she is ready to go, man. But we're ready to go. This is an exciting contest. It's been a lot of fun. All our guests have really brought it. We've raised a lot of money for charity. And today, of course, I'd like to win, but I got to say that I love both guests equally. They've been friends of mine for a while, and they're fantastic. You guys are going to enjoy our show today.
Absolutely. And like you said, day 6, we've had a great showing so far. We've been making money every day for Karma. And, why don't you introduce your Miami Heat guest, and then we'll go from there.
All right, my Miami Heat guest is one of my good friends, Claudia Spadaro. She has been in horse racing her whole life. I see pictures of her. She's like 3 years old in Venezuela in the winner's circle with her dad. I mean, so this goes back, way. And she parlayed that love she went to University of Miami, graduate. She's a Hurricane. Go Canes. My alma mater, yeah. And she works right now. I mean, what doesn't she do? She's on so many shows. She works for the Strana Group, handicapping and analyzing all the first tracks. So Golden Gate, Gulfstream, Santa Anita, you name it, she is on it. And she's got a show called La Mejor Apuesta, the best bet. She's in La Trifecta, the winning trifecta. She's on every show. She's wonderful. She's one of my favorites. She's like Zenyatta. Everybody fell in love with Zenyatta once they got to know her. Once you guys get to know Claudia Spadaro, you're going to fall in love as well.
Thank you so much, George. Oh my God, I love that introduction. Zenyatta is my all-time favorite. So that's amazing that you compare myself to her. Well, if I knew that what the other guest was coming with the Lakers t-shirt, of course I would have a Miami t-shirt, definitely.
Who let the dogs out?
I'm so happy to be here, and I hope my dogs behave.
Oh, they're excited.
Well, Claudia, don't sick your dog on my guest.
I'm gonna make them bark.
This man and I, we go way back. We used to work together back in the TVG days a long time ago. And he's the host of That's What G Said podcast. He hasn't shaved the beard since the Lakers started, and he's show him the shirt there, Gino.
And you know what this is? This is a specially made. This is a Sasha Vujacic t-shirt jersey. You won't find one of these in the stores there. Mom had to specially order this one for me for Christmas years back. I used to have the longer hair like Vujacic, and so if I was walking around in LA, people might have mistaken me for Vujacic. They don't know that I'm not 6'6" and Serbian or whatever, you know what I mean? So they see me long hair and the Vujacic. It's got to be Sasha, So I'm having a good time right now, Chappie, because this could transition from a Laker playoff beard into a Dodger playoff beard very quickly because it's simultaneous right now. So very excited about that, and very excited to make some money for charity today. So we're going to kick some butt, and we're going to pick some winners.
Well, real quick, Sasha, tell us about the That's What G Said podcast for a second.
So I cover most a lot of people who knew me from TVG, Elite Racing Network, worked with Bruno, did a whole bunch of different stuff in racing. Mike Abadir show, I'm a co-host on that too. We've had George on there a bunch of different times. So a lot of people know me from covering racing. So on every episode of That's What G Said, I'm always going to cover the weekend racing. If it's a week early in the week, I'll cover what's going on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll give out some selections, a pick five, always a ton of racing. But with this show, I actually get the opportunity to cover everything else. Every week, I'm going through the entire NFL week slate, covering basketball, covering baseball. You know, we'll get a little bit more into college football now as the college and Pac-12 is starting to get ready to ramp back up. So I get to cover all sports, pop culture, TV show like recaps. It's a ton of fun. fun. We were able to secure some sponsors early on. So always nice to be able to keep all the content free for everyone. And the other day, we had a show where I had a guest on that talked about the Lakers. I had a buddy, Scott Shapiro, on to talk about the full NFL week slate. We had 2 guests talk for an hour about the Preakness, every horse in the race, covered racing from Pimlico, Keeneland, Belmont on Santa Anita for Friday and for Saturday. It was like a 4-hour episode that covered everything for the week. So it's just a ton of fun. It gives me the opportunity to really analyze and break down all the different sports going on.
Well, George, Claudia, and I are always available. So
I'd love to get you on.
You have our
Absolutely.
numbers.
Absolutely. Georgie comes on the Mike Abadir show all the time with us. Yeah.
You mentioned the Preakness. It was ladies' night yesterday. It was ladies' day. Claudia, you must have been proud of that nice little filly holding off Authentic.
Yeah, I was so excited. Like, I'm a really big fan of Authentic. I had the opportunity to have Bob Buffer on La Trifecta on Friday night, and he was like 100% sure. He even said, like, if you want to throw in Spanish, if you want to throw your money, don't do it in any other horse. Authentic is gonna win. He said exactly that. I was so excited. But the week before that, we had Kenneth McPeak. I think both trainers are amazing professionals in person, and Kenny McPeak told me that he was impressed with Sweet Skydiver because even though she's a filly, she looks like a male and she eats like a male. So he was like, I'm expecting big things from this girl, and I'm just beyond happy with the result. If there is one horse that could be Authentic and I will be happy with it, it was Sweet Skydiver. So go Queen. I love the way she runs, and I'm excited to see what's coming up. And I thought it was going to be like a week from a woman's week, because this morning I was watching El Arco del Triunfo. I don't know how to say that in English. And I was rooting so much for Enable.
Yeah.
Let's go, Sweet Skydiver, Enable. Let's make this week like a woman's week, and that's it.
Well, George, maybe this will be a Women's Day today here on the show. So
I'm over 5. I haven't won one week. Claudia, you got to save me from the goose egg.
Team Chappie's 5-0, Gino. So
no pressure. Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, it's female week, and Claudia's ready to take you down. So, George, why don't you explain everything about the tournament, how we do it, and then we'll get it rolling.
All right, so this is a fantastic tournament. 100% of the money raised here is going to go to Karma to help retired racehorses here in California. And so it is a wonderful charity, is a wonderful cause. We are going to give each of our contestants $300 to wager. They get to bet $100 to win on one horse during the day. They get an exacta for $100. They can bet it straight or a box, and they get a $100 daily double that they can bet it straight or a part wheel. So they bet $300 each. Whoever ends up with the most money at the end of the day will move on to round 2. It's an elimination round. So if you lose today, you're out. If you win, you keep going on. And again, 100% of the money is going to charity. We'll have a tiebreaker. And we, as usual, with our algorithms and everything, we decided the tiebreaker. And Claudia, I won a rock, paper, scissors thing with Chappie. And I won. So you get to pick first. That was our algorithm.
All right, George, why don't you get it started, buddy, with your win bet?
All right, this is la mejor apuesta, la trifecta ganadora, the beautiful Claudia Spadaro. You get $100 to win on one horse. Who did you pick and why?
Okay, my best bet today, I was between 2 horses, one in the 5th race and one in the 8th race, but I stayed with No Lo Contesto, number 3 in the 5th race. He's from the stable of John Sattler, and with the rider Flavian Prat. I think he's the better of the race. He has been so consistent in his races. If you can see, like, he has 3 seconds back to back, always really close in the same race that he's gonna run today. I love this favorite, Sapphire of the Nile, Empire Maker. Like, I really love. He's an expert running in Santa Anita track. And of course, I think the distance is the best distance for this kind of horse. I was between horses, but then I had like a faith with this one. So No Lo Contesto is gonna be my best bet today.
All right, so $100 to win on No Lo Contesto. who's the definition of knocking on the door 3 seconds in a row. And I've been knocking on the door all me. So let's see if we can get this.
But I think it's harder to make 3 seconds in a row than a win. So this is the time. Like this one is his day.
All right, Gino, much like the Lakers over the Heat, let's get a quick early start here. So what's your $100 win bet, buddy?
And we're not going to have to go very far to find it. And it's going to be like when unfortunately the Spurs played against the Lakers. And it's something that you used to say to me all the time, Gino B. I could have just stopped right there because it's Gino Beely. Ginobili is where I'm going in race number 1. I'm going to the 5 here. Now, Ginobili has always been super talented from very on. He's been quick. These sprint races are where he wants to be. And if you notice, there was that race against Nadal when he was in the San Vicente, and he was so good that day, finishing second. It almost feels like it took a little something out of him. He kind of got zapped running so hard, finishing second to such a nice animal. And then his next couple races, they were a little bit disappointing. Well, they gave him some time off between May. He came back in August at the beginning of August in the 9th at Del Mar, going 5 furlongs on the grass. He ran really, really well. He came from off the pace. He was closing late, and I think he's going to be a little bit sharper this time out. If he's just got a little more fitness to him, a little more edge, he's going to be right in the winner's circle. So he's going to be very tough. He'll probably be around 3-1 or so. Get $100 to win right off the bat on Ginobili.
I like it. So first race right off the bat, 7-2. Second off the bench, we're sticking with the basketball theme with Ginobili. So 100 win for Gino, which will put us up early in the standings. So Georgie, what are you doing next, buddy?
And Torsay is scratching that race. So I think it makes Ginobili's case even stronger.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny? People who don't know basketball, I love it because Trevor Denman has messed up that name.
He called him Gino Beely over and over.
And then today on a show, I was on a show with Tyler Hoffman, who won yesterday, our contest here. And Jonathan Hardoon said, my best bet of the day, Gino Billy in the first race, Gino Billy. He said it like 5 times. I'm cracking up.
It is funny. It's funny.
Yeah, the one-track mind is horse racing. You need to watch a little other sports.
The race that he run against Nadal, we had like a tennis player and an NBA player coming first and second.
Yeah.
The race was so fun to hear.
And they said Nadal beats Gino Beely. They had both wrong.
Hey, speaking of fun, we're gonna have fun because we're gonna win our exacta bet coming up right now. Claudia, you got $100. What are you doing with it?
You know, when I hear social talking, he explains so much better than me. His best bet, of course, because it's in English, and this is like, I don't know, like my 3rd time explaining a horse in English, so I'm getting trouble finding the right words, but I'm assure you that my picks are the winners.
All right.
You're doing a great job.
All that matters.
You make it a little harder to understand what I'm trying to say, okay? So my exacta is gonna be in the 4th race. I know my exacta is gonna be in the 10th race. So the last one is gonna be number 8 with number 6. So I'm getting City Rage from Mark Glad and Flavian Prat. I love that last one race, and I'm pairing up with Buddy Knight. The one and only Mike Smith is riding him. And I think with these two, we can make an exacta. It can be a perfect exacta or in box, but it's in the 10th race.
In box. All right, so exacta box, 6-8 in the get out race for Claudia.
All right. Hey, Georgie, before we get to that, I don't see a cutout behind you. No dog, no one. What? Tell everybody about that.
All right, you know what? Obviously, been so tough for the fans not being able to go to the track. Hopefully, things will be better when we start our meet again December 26th. But you could still be in the winner's circle. That's right. You could be in the winner's circle. Just go to santaanita.com/cutout. We'll make a cutout of you, a cutter picture of you, and you could be in the winner's circle taking a picture with the winning horse. 100% of the money, I think it's only $200, and you're there for the whole meet or something like that. It's really inexpensive. The money goes to Karma and to the PDJF. So goes to great charities. We want to see you in the winner's circle at Santa Anita.
That's right. And by the way, we're doing the Zoom here. This is like the Brady Bunch. Everybody's switching.
Yeah.
You guys just moved on me there. I was a little confused. All right, Gino, let's get to our exacta, buddy. Where are you going and why?
We're going to go to race number 7. I looked at this race, and to me, there are 3 horses that really feel like they're the major contenders. But one of them, I think because of the rail draw, I'm going to play a little bit against defense wins in here. So what I'll do is I like the 6 and the 8. I was thinking about maybe going 6 over 8, but I'm going to play it a little safer, and we'll just box those 2 up in the exacta box 6-8. They're both, they have very similar profiles. You see Keystone Field, they paid $525,000 for this horse. They always had big plans and high hopes, but he's had some physical issues. He's a 5-year-old who's only run 3 times. Look at those layoff lines. You get a race in November of 2017, then you don't come back till April of 2019. You race on April of 2019, you don't come back till September of 2020. He had to have gotten so much fitness out of that last race. He's going to be so much more fit today in here. And he showed speed last time out. I think that was mainly because he was sort of drawn down towards the inside and was forced and was a little fresh. I think you'll get more of a stalking trip in here now. Just expect a much better effort from the 6 Keystone Field. I think the same really can be said for Mickelson, who came into the battle.
Mickelson is scratched.
Oh, cool. Scratch. Okay. I didn't even see that one. Okay, so let's go. Okay, give me a minute to call an audible then. Okay, and let's move on to the next one. Okay.
All right. Georgie's gonna look or go. You know what? Why don't we come back to that and you go ahead and do your what's that, Gino?
I can make a quick change anyways, because what I was gonna do is I was gonna play a double from the 8th to the 9th. I'm just gonna play a double from the 7th to the 8th now. We're gonna do $100 straight double. It's gonna be Keystone Field to the number 2, Pizzazz. $100 straight double. Keystone Field, the 6 to the 2, Pizzazz.
The 2 Pizzazz. Okay.
Yep. So I'll make that my double, just since we were in that same place, and I'll give you the exacta right afterwards because I just called a little bit of an audible there.
No problem. All right. So we got the double. So I think we probably have a pretty commanding lead at this point, like the Lakers up 2-0. Georgie, why don't you guys talk about your double, then we'll get back to Gino with his exacta.
All right. Before we get to my double and gives Gino a little bit of time to study, Claudia, tell me about your shows. You're on so many shows. You got a radio show that everybody can listen to, I think at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, called The Winning Exacta, La Exacta Ganadora. You're on. Tell me a little bit about the shows that you're on.
Well, right now, I'm a full-time work for Astronomers Group. It's called Ibica TV. It's their broadcast in Spanish. And we handicap. It's like you can imagine like a TVG, but just for Astronomers Group and Spanish. We just, we go on live with Gulfstream Park, Laurel Park, or Pimlico when it's racing in Pimlico, and Santa Anita and Golden Gate Fields. We are a really small group, so we were like in every track. It's really, really fun. It's live and it's free every weekend, every live day race. And I also am in the trifecta with America Best Racing. This is a bilingual show. And we have this one, we do it on Fridays at 7 p.m. And I'm doing it with Darwin Vizcaya, one of my friends, and Anise. And she's an American that speaks Spanish amazing. She even speaks Spanish better than me. And we are just 3 friends that talk about horse racing of the races of that week. And we have been having amazing guesses: Bob Buffer, Keren McPeak, Johnny B, Javier Castellano, Ira Ortiz, Manny Franco. Like we always have, because we are friends with them, so we invited and we just talk. It's not like a formal fancy interview. It's just, we just have fun. And if you speak Spanish or English, you can join us, because everything that we talk, we try to ask the question in Spanish and translate to English and things like that. And we have been having amazing guesses like Bob Buffer or Keren McPeak. They both speak kind of Spanish, so they were answering English and Spanish. So it's so fun to just like chill back after the races and watch this kind of show that is not really formal. We just ask, like, for example, my question for Bob Buffer were like, okay, when was the last time that you had a vacation that you really put off the phone and you didn't answer, you didn't talk to anyone. And his answer was, well, when I was traveling to Dubai, that is a 17-hour flight, I think that was the last time I put out my phone down and didn't answer to anyone. So it's a really super fun show. It's not handicapping or anything. So if any one of you want to join us, it's every Friday at 7 p.m. with America Best Racing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right, Claudia, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do here about your daily double. Who do you go? Where do you go with your $100 daily double bet?
Okay, in the fourth race, I think it's a really group of talented horses. I have 3 horses right here. I really like Big Fish. He has won back to back. His last race he won at a stake similar the one that he's running today. So I like this one in the fourth race. I'm gonna combine that with number 3, Carrison from Richard Mandela and Flavian Pratt, another one who broke the made special weight, and he's going up to this stake. But I think he's a really talented horse, and of course we cannot we cannot have behind Tarantino from the one and only Bob Buffer with Thiago Pereira. This is his debut was really great, and he's a son of Pioneer of the Nile, and I think you know what Bob Buffer can do with this kind of pedigree. So these 3 are in my fourth, and then in the fifth I'm gonna keep with No Lo Contesto. So this is gonna be my daily double.
Well, I think you can only pick 2. So in the fourth race, just 2 out of those 3. Which 2 do you want?
Oh, just 2? Oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have Tarantino out.
We can do 3 if you want.
We'll do the 3 and the 6. Let's just keep the rules the same.
But
Okay, no, I don't want to let out Bob Buffer, please. You can never take out that one and be safe. You have to put it on.
All right, we'll figure it out.
all right, Gino, did you do you got the audible? You got the audible?
Oh yeah,
call?
I had everything ready. I'm that's gonna work out better for us anyways, because instead of a $50 double, we're just gonna do a $100 double straight. So it's gonna pay more for us anyways, there, Chappie. And then we're gonna go to race number 9, and we're gonna play a $50 exacta box here with the 110. Inside outside here. We're gonna go with the 1 Ascot Storm. Hector Palma, first time, really good with first time starters. Something that you don't think about, but you look at the numbers and you see they've always been a barn that's been able to fire and get horses ready. But the rail concerns me a little bit. I think this horse has enough speed to get away from the rail. The 10 looks really solid towards the outside. Find My Ball, the first timer for Doug O'Neill. Both of these horses are reportedly working very nicely in the mornings, and Square Eddie is always excellent early, very precocious sire with horses, early on, 2-year-olds like this. So we're going to go 110. We're going to box them up for our $50 exacta in race number 9.
Let me ask you this about that, Gino, since it is 2 first-time starters. When you go to first-time starters, do you go to XBTV and watch the workouts yourself? Yep. Do you use certain workout reports? What kind of tools do you use for that?
All of those 3. It's combinations of XBTV workouts, workout reports, because I want to see what I think, and then how does that match up with what some of the experts think? Because I myself am more of a replay. That's where I do my best work. I'm a trip note guy. I'll watch every replay for every horse. So in these baby races like that, a lot of times I feel like my advantage isn't as much there as it is in other spots. So I look for what other people think as far as the workouts. I'll combine them with my eyes. I'll combine them with some pedigree. We'll combine that also with how do these barns do with horses early on? Because that's what a lot of it is. How many good trainers do we see that just don't really care about having their horses win first time out of the box? A lot of good ones, they want them to get fit with a race or 2 under their belt. So there's usually like a little checklist of 4 or 5 things you want to take a look at. And then you look at all the information that you've got. Okay, those combined with the price, I'll take 110 in here. Yeah.
Okay. Claudia, when you do your handicapping, do you watch a lot of the replays and do visual handicapping? What's your best tool for making bets?
Well, definitely you have to watch their previous races, and with the daily racing form you have a lot of information now that we are in quarantine, and I cannot handicap visually on the track. So I had to have a take out the 100% the advantage from the daily racing form. I think the behavior is really important. The experience that they have in the distance or in the track, and the pedigree, of course, but definitely watching the replays of the races help you a lot. And well, it's 100% easy when you can be on the track and see the horses on the walking ring, and you can take out, maybe you can see like, oh my god, this is like a winner, or maybe I'm not seeing here what I saw on the daily racing form. So right now I have to stick to the daily racing form and the replays, but so far has been really good. So it's okay, but I'm really hoping to go back to Gulfstream.
You know what else has been really good so far for everybody, well accepted, is the Golden Hour Pick 4.
Oh yeah,
it's a beautiful bet. Stronic track, Santa Anita and Golden Gate. It's $1 minimum. A lot of handicappers like that. It kind of eliminates a lot of those. I'm just gonna go all kind of tickets, and it's a low takeout. It comprises the last 2 races of Santa Anita and the last 2 races of Golden Gate. You can bet it with Express Bet or with First Bet. So a brand new bet that everybody seems to love.
It's excellent. It's like what the horse players want, a low takeout wager like that. And I mean, the payouts have been great so far. And it's nice. It's something too, to like, a lot of the big wagers like that are early in the day or on the East Coast. So it's nice to have something at the end of the day too on the West Coast for all of us who have been playing, and we have something to kind of circle and look forward to. And just one more plug for Santa Anita, as Chappie mentioned, those XBTV workouts are so great. I mean, if you're not able to get out in the mornings and watch the horses work out, we never had this opportunity 10 years ago to watch the workouts like we can in the morning. So I applaud Santa Anita and XBTV. That's such a helpful tool to someone like me.
Yeah,
I know Claudia's got to go to work. So
let's do we got the tiebreaker, Georgie.
Oh, the tiebreaker.
Now we did do you want to stick with race 10?
Sure. Pick a horse in race 10, Claudia.
Oh, well, I like number 10. Number 8, sorry.
Number 8. All right, here's the number 8.
I'm going to go with the 7, Alvaro.
All right, cool. There's the tiebreaker.
Okay, so 8 and 7 for the tiebreaker. Got it. All right, so Claudia's got to go to work. We got a couple minutes left. George, take us home, buddy.
All right, thank you guys, both of you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully we're going to raise a lot of money for charity. That's the most important thing, no matter who wins. And hopefully you both win a lot of money. Thank you both for being on the show so much. Thank you guys for watching. If you got here late, you can see the whole show on YouTube. It'll be recorded there for forever. So thank you guys, and have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for having me. And sorry for my Sofia Vergara accent. I hope you understand everything, and I hope we win, George.
You were great. Good luck.
You were great. Thanks, Chappie. Thanks, George.
Even though
Have a nice day, Claudia.
One last shot in. See you guys.